Hey guys, I got a new video for Path of Exile. In this video, we're going to go over an alternative to a budget 1 mod overcap grasping mill. So if you've ever wondered or are wanting to buy a grasping mill, like just a 1 mod budget 1 to get your build going, well, I'm here to maybe change your mind or convince you otherwise that there is alternatives that are probably cheaper and might offer you better stats in the end. Right, so what are we talking about? So basically the reason we buy the grasping mill is to get the overcap mod, so the armor is increased by overcap fire resistance, or the evasion is increased by overcap cold resistance. And recently, in making one of my budget armor stacker builds, I ran a Formless Flame and a Vol Regalia combo and really ended up liking it over even over a budget grasping mill. So the Formless Flame, this helmet has the armor is increased by overcap fire resistance mod already on it. It's pretty cheap helmet too, so it would be pretty easy to get like +2 AoE on it. And also it is just a very cheap helmet to buy. You can buy them for like a couple of chaos. And a Vol Regalia, well, it's actually pretty cheap, right? You can just buy even a fractured base and get a lot of energy shield. Pretty easy to get 600 plus energy shield on a Vol Regalia with some very nice stats. And you can also craft on the Eldritch Implicits for like Aura Effect and Grace Aura Effect. All right, so let's go over some of the benefits of both. First of all, let's go compare them in PoB so you can actually see the differences in stats. So first, we're going to go over the Hubris Circlet with a budget Grasping Mail. So this Grasping Mail is just a single overcap mod, and then we have just some basic stats, fire resistance, intelligence, regen, and some basic implicits. Okay, so let's take a look at the stats. First of all, full DPS 130 million. We have 2.2 million armor. Our ES is 3,400. ES regen 4K. All right, let's see the difference with the Vol Regalia Formless Flame combo. Okay, so you can see our armor, 2.1 million armor damage did go down a little bit. We lost about 10 million DPS, not really that much. But take a look at the energy shield. We gained about 200 energy shield. I don't know why the ES regen is down a little bit, and I think it's mainly because this grasping mill, this Vol Regalia is missing some intelligence on it, or maybe. But you can see the stats are pretty much exactly the same, and getting a Formless Flame plus Vol Regalia combo is probably going to be a lot cheaper than buying a budget grasping mill, a 1 mod grasping mill, crafting it. Then you have to also craft a Hubris Circlet as well, right? So it's basically a fraction of the cost. You get pretty much the same performance out of it. And I think the only downside that I can see right now is if we take a look at the mana cost, you're not going to be able to craft on the reduced mana cost of attacks on a helmet, or the Fizz taken as Chaos mod, or Fizz taken as mod. So you might lose a little bit of Fizz damage reduction, but you can still craft on 12% on your body armor, so you can get a little bit there. And honestly, it's not really super important unless you're doing insanely juiced maps where there's tons of Fizz damage that's like juiced up by like altar mods and rare monster mods or super deep delve, right? So overall, not really even the end of the world that we lose a little bit of Fizz damage reduction and our attacks are costing a little bit of mana. Right now, the cost for performance is pretty much pointing towards this Formless Flame and Vol Regalia combo. And I don't know, if I was on a budget, I'd probably be doing this until I could buy a double overcap grasping mill. A double overcap grasping mill with like global defense, and the overcap resistance overcap mod is probably going to be, it's definitely going to be better at the end of the day. But until you actually do get those items, this combo is probably going to be a lot better to do. Alright guys, so that's going to be the end of this video. I just wanted to get this info out there just so you guys know that there are other options when you're trying to build your resistance stacker. You don't really have to go all out and buy a 1 mod grasping mill for a ridiculous price, buy the base for like what, 40 to 50, 60, 70 div, and then spend another 40 and 50 div crafting it. There are other options that give pretty much the same performance. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.